1975, we all watched telly as a family. There were 3 channels, but we only ever watched 2 of them. And even the programmes that were meant for grown-ups seemed to be aimed at kids.
Mum, Gordon, Lisa, come on.
Can't we watch BBC Two just this once? The Ascent of Man will be on in a minute.
Another case closed for McGarrett and the team. Next on ATV, Brain Quiz. But first, a taster of a brand new series. Cleve Buston, test pilot. We have the technology to rebuild him. Better looking than he was before. Suaver than he was before.
I've got to go. Oh, not again.
Patrick Moore is the £1 million man. Pilot episode only to be shown in the West Midlands series not commissioned.
Wow. I'm going to wash my hair.
Predictably, week after week, the £1 million man will solve crimes, capture terrorists and fall in love with beautiful women who get killed near the end of every episode.
The £1 million man might want to just sit and watch telly and go to the pub instead of everyone nagging him to save the world every week.
If you've got bionic parts, you'd be a prat not to use him.
Shame a certain one of your parts ain't bionic.
What is the food colouring cochineal made from? Terry.
Beetles.
Correct. When Sir Francis Drake sailed round the world, which part of his boat travelled the farthest?
Oh.
Gardner.
Top of the mast.
Shut up, Darren. Your brother's
Wrong.
trying to
I can
think.
offer it.
The stern.
Also wrong. In fact, it was the top of the mast. What character appears in the masthead of the Daily
You ain't signed
Express?
this, have you, Baz?
Signed what?
This form about going up to school for the parents' evening.
Georgia,
I ain't
USA.
going.
What is the
Don't you
state
care
capital?
about your kids' education?
Terry.
Nah.
Atlanta.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone,
Enter.
it's not unusual.
You are now looking at Dynamite Digby. Man about town, man of property.
It's hideous, Doug. Even the cockroaches must be appalled by the decor.
Now wait, have a look at this. Ron Chopper Harris. I'll never let you down. Classy or what?
I'm not coming round again till you've done the place up sensibly.
I'll have you know, this is a very classy bachelor pad, and there are plenty of people who want to come round.
Name one.
You wanted me to get a flat. I got one girl.
What you wanna do? Why can't this crazy
Music appreciation today, Beethoven. First, you're all going to do a test. I said pipe down. This ain't a test you can revise for. This is an IQ test, an intelligence test. So, thinking caps on.
Take your time and don't get flustered, Gordon.
Yes, miss.
Let's hope your score isn't so high we can't add it up, eh?
Thanks, miss.
All right, everybody. Off you go. Gordon, Joe need the toilet?
No, miss.
All right, thank you.
You school spanner. Give him a wedgie.
Parents evening coming up, PE assessment into the gym. Go.
Assessing you boys, Mr. Digby. I do hope they all measure up.
Miss Singh, I've got myself a new flat in the heart of Dudley's fashionable immigrant quarter. I've had cards printed up and everything. Perhaps you'd like to come round one evening for...
How exciting of you, Mr. Digby, to see your assets growing.
I am fit, you are weak and worthless. Stamina, endurance, these are the qualities that count towards PE assessment. What I like about you, Bicknell. Average. Tense those tummy muscles. Weak. Feeble. Sickly. Mummy's boy.
Blimey.
What is it, Neville? Are you sure there isn't a mix-up? Are you sure this isn't Gordon Grimley?
I invigilated the test myself. There's no mix-up, Geraldine.
Stop that, Darren. You'll break summit. I've got some interesting news. We've tested the IQ of all the children at school, and it turns out that Darren's a genius. Oh, Gordon, you mean? My little angel's so clever.
Oh, well, miss. I expect I'm going to walk into university now.
Actually, it's Darren's the one with the exceptionally high intelligence.
Oh.
No, Gordon.
You hear that, Baz? It is Darren.
Huh?
The other one.
God, that's all we need. One lardy-da fop and one genius in the same house.
Now, I'm sure we all want Darren to reach his full potential, so I've sent his details to the Institute for Gifted Children in Walsall.
I want to go to normal school with normal kids so I can be normal.
Can't argue with that. Keep your head down, don't stand out from the crowd. But be sure to make fun of them kids that do.
Don't be selfish, Darren. Someone like Gordon would jump at a chance like this, if he was gifted enough. We only want what's best for you. Wouldn't it be silly for your special ability to go to waste? Who's Mummy's little angel now, eh?
Why couldn't it be me going to genius school? I hate you!
Enter!
Hope you don't mind, Mr. Digby. Out on the streets, opening my legs, and I thought I might take you up on your offer.
No problem.
Quite a place you have here, Mr. Digby. I do hope everything's freehold.
Can I offer you a drink of...
I hope this isn't an imposition, Mr. Digby, but I'm dripping.
I'll, run you a bath. Now, Geraldine, this is not what it looks like.
This is lovely, Mr. Digby. Your shower head is veritably gushing all over me.
I came round here to apologise, to make you a nice home-cooked meal, and the minute my back's turned...
She was just out on a run and dropped in. For a bath.
Man about town. bachelor pad. I might have known this is what you had in mind all along.
Oh. Swimming test. 10 lengths, underwater, no coming up for breath. Go. Not you, Grimley. I'm not having you harming yourself. You're a brain box now, so they say. And everybody knows brainy kids are no good at sport. Do you suppose Einstein's PE teacher let him join in with the others? No. Because he'd be thinking up his theory of evolution and spoiling it for everybody else. No one, Grimley. No one likes a smart ass.
I do enjoy a thick, juicy sausage, don't you, Mr. Digby?
Miss Singh, I know I can't have invited you. Door's always open if you get my, Miss Geraldine, she's got this daft idea in her head.
Oh, dear, Mr. Digby. Poor thing. Oh.
What a nerve! Right in front of my very eyes.
Birds. I never understand them.
Take heart, Douglas. Only a genius could.
My bird's got the yump because she thinks I'm playing away. What do I do?
Well, if I was you, sir...
Not you, Grimley. Genius Grimley.
Do nothing.
If I do nothing, she's going to think I really do have a bit on the side.
Do nothing.
Yes, but then she...
Do nothing.
Now you're helping Digby.
Of course not. I just said the stupidest thing I could think of.
No, but I've gone 1,000,000 miles, figuratively speaking.
And I haven't.
Well, have you?
No, but I could have.
I think you could have, too.
There's a man who needs his
Don't he look lovely, though, Baz, in his new school uniform? And Nan's knitted him a lovely new scarf.
Don't he realise when Grimleys? Well, I've always been crap at everything.
The Grimley curse!
Only me. Oh, Geraldine, love. I couldn't help noticing your Zephyr's still on bricks, so I was wondering if he needed a lift to Darren's new school in the morning. Oh, and I brought round some Shakespeare.
Oh, great. Thanks, miss.
Here you go, Darren.
Books are boring. I like telly and car chases.
The brain's a muscle, Darren. It needs regular exercise. And I'll be your trainer.
It's the year 2000, and a momentous day in the history of mankind. Professor Darren Grimley has returned safely to Earth in the rocket ship of his own invention, to be greeted by President of the World, Bobby Ball.
On behalf of the people on Earth, I congratulate you for making man's greatest voyage of discovery, the voyage to Uranus.
And here's Professor Grimley's beautiful wife, Geraldine, who had sex with him throughout the voyage.
This isn't fair.
Do nothing.
is it, Darren? Your new school.
Is this like one of them places where brainy kids are forced to design new atom bombs?
Oh, heavens no, Darren. Half an hour you've had this on and already it's all scrumpled up. All these other kids and geniuses as well, you know, Darren. They'll know how to tie their own ties. Right. Off you pop. A Grimley, a genius school. I can hardly believe it, Geraldine.
Good morning, class. We've got a new student with us today, young Darren Grimley from Dudley. Today's topic, trajectories. A body is to be projected vertically from the surface of the Earth. What three outcomes might befall it? Yes?
It might fly off into space.
It might fly off into space.
It might enter into orbit.
Very good. Might enter into orbit. Darren, what's the third possibility?
I suppose it could fall back to Earth.
Correct. What mathematical equation would describe that fall?
I don't know, sir.
ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The path of a falling object can be described by a quadratic equation.
You mean it can tell how a bullet flies through the air or a free kick goes over a defensive wall?
That's what mathematics does. You can take anything in the world and mathematics can make it understandable. Plutarch said, the mind isn't a vessel to be filled. It's a fire to be lit.
What do you do at break? Is it football or cricket today?
I don't play. I read.
What about you?
I practice violin.
Darren? Why aren't you at the other school?
Some of it's nice, but I don't really fit in.
It's a great chance for you, Darren. When I was your age, I was into pop music and forming a group. But nobody gave me the encouragement.
Sir, it's like if I was bionic, sir. If I was the bionic boy, I might not want to be a crime fighter. I might just want to be happy living in a normal life. And everyone's so proud of me, though. And Miss Titley's got me into genius school and Mum's made me a new uniform. I just don't want to upset anyone. Gordon hates me now and I don't want to get bullied just for being different. No one's asked me what I want.
Leave it to me. Keep this under your hat, though, eh, Darren?
Sir. Do nothing. Do nothing.
Your son is a fat kid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mrs. Grimley. That's all right, love. Let's do them in order, shall we? Oldest first. Gordon. What can I say? He's intelligent, hard-working, enthusiastic. Very good. Well, somehow I never feel that Lisa's mind's on her schoolwork, Mrs. Grimley. Boys and the Bay City Rollers. They're all that ever thinks about.
Geraldine, I've made a terrible mistake with Darren. I don't know how I could have done it. I've added it up all wrong.
Oh, my, Neville. Mrs. Grimley, Darren's normal. Oh. Most families don't even have one brain box, let alone two.
Never mind, eh?
Well, I'll get on to the Institute for Gifted Children first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Very sorry. Your son wears glasses.
I've held back and done nothing for long enough.
I know, Doug. And you were right to.
Was I?
For you, normally every term it's could do better. But this time it's an A+. You stood back and gave Miss Thing the chance to set me straight and gave me the space to calm down instead of turning the whole thing into a pantomime like you normally do.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do. Who else will put up with you but me, eh?
Thanks, Sharon.
Of course, no one was happier for you than me when they thought you were an intellectual. But it's nice things are back to normal.
You're right, Gordon. It's much nicer.
Are we playing touchy-playsy rules?
Sorry to bother you, sir. I just wanted to say thanks for everything.
We all have choices to make in life, Darren. I'm glad you're happy with yours. I only hope you never grow up to regret it.
Mr. Holder was right. We all have to make decisions in life. Maybe like him, one day I'd look back and regret mine. But as far as I was concerned, having one skull spanner in the family was more than enough.
How does it feel running around, round, round? How does it feel watching from upside down? 'Cause many years from now there will be new sensations and new temptations. How does it feel? How does it feel right at the start?
It's the Easter weekend. You're watching ITV3 and more comedy to come in Outside Edge in just a few moments. Then Love is in the Air for Tom, much to Claire's annoyance in Noah's Ark at 5. And Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry are Jeeves and Worcester at 6:05.
New relation.